Hey everybody, this is D Hunter, bringing another action figure review. Today, we're going to look at the Fondjoy Justice League and Zack Snyder Justice League, Batfleck in his tactical suit. This is the Ben Affleck Batman from the second half of Justice League in his tactical suit. I ordered this figure from Bombusby. Let's take a look at the packaging. As you can see at the top, DC, the Batfleck logo, 1/9 scaled, officially licensed DC merchandise. Now, Fondjoy figures are advertised as 1/9 scale, 8 inches tall, but they're closer to 7 inches, which is why I get them. Here's our boy, Batfleck at the front, Batman in his tactical suit, 1/9 scale action figure, DC, Justice League, Warner Brothers, Fondjoy. Here's the front of the box. One side, Batman tactical suit, other side, same thing. At the back, here's the figure, bunch of accessories. There's his barcode, if it helps anybody. Fondjoy style packaging, open up and expose your figure. So with no further ado, let's open him up. Alright, now that we have this figure out of the package, here he is with all the accessories laid out. We have a display stand, 3 alternate hands, totaling 5 interchangeable hands, 2 different heads, 1 masked, 1 unmasked, 2 batarangs, and a scrap launcher. Before we take a look at all that, let's talk about and check out this figure. So this is Batfleck from Justice League and Zack Snyder's Justice League. The Ben Affleck Batman in his tactical suit from the final fight in the film. Let's take a closer look. So far it looks pretty damn good. Face looks excellent. The mask kind of resembles Owl, has the sort of slick back ears, and it looks fantastic. Look at the goggles in the front, the unique sort of sculpt on the forehead, extra sort of pieces on the side. I like it a lot. The chin, the jaw screams Ben Affleck. A little dimple, excellent detail there. He's got a cloth soft goods cape, and mine is very wrinkled from the packaging. I'm trying to sort of make my own little lines, how I want it to sit there, but it's going to take us some time to kind of get rid of all that. It does have a bendy wire on either side. It can stretch out about that far. It's pretty nice, but like I said, mine is extremely wrinkled right now. A lot of good detail in the figure. Ton of texturing on the suit, sort of behind all the different armor plates. Very well done. There's even texturing on the armor plates too. Big, giant, fat Ben Affleck bat symbol. All these different sort of plates where his abs are. Double jointed elbows, gold fins, even elbow armor, double jointed knees. The texturing is just fantastic on this guy. It even has a little bit of sort of damage, little sort of dings and scuffs where it's been through some stuff. I like how there's the base layer of sort of Kevlar with all this extra armor on top. And a closer look at his face and head sculpt. The cowl looks great. The chin looks great. Fantastic head sculpt. That's an easy 9.5 on the head sculpt. Very, very well done. And I also wanted to take a closer look at the texture on his suit. He's got texturing on the sort of gray part underneath the arm panels, a different texturing on the arm panels, and even a different texturing on the bat symbol there. Very nice attention to detail. And then, here's the figure, broken down as far as he can go, with all of his removable parts detached. Now let's check out his accessories. And let's start off with a display stand. Here's his display stand. It comes in 2 separate pieces. When put together, it looks like this. The base says Batman, and has the Justice League logo. Then it has this post here, at the bottom. The post can rotate. It's hinged in the middle, hinged at the top, has rotation at the top, and then it has your clamp to hold your figure in place. Now let's look at his hands. He has a total of 5 hands, 2 left hands, and 3 right hands. Here he is with his first pair of hands. These are his fists. And then, with his second pair of hands, this is a pair of gripping hands with trigger fingers for his grapple launcher. And he has 1 additional right hand. This is a little pinching hand, probably to throw his batarang. Now let's look at his heads. He has 2 different heads, and they come with 2 different sort of cowl pieces. One with the neck with the suit on, and one with the neck with the suit off. Here he is with the first head. This one has the mask and cowl on. And here, with the unmasked head and cowl, Ben Affleck's head. And I was also curious, how's this unmasked Bruce Wayne head going to fit into the Fondjoy suited Lex Luthor body? And you know what? It looks pretty good. Head sits maybe a little bit higher than I'd like. And if I put this Ben Affleck head onto the Lex Luthor neck, the neck is more hidden, but it almost looks like he has no neck. It's almost like you need something kind of in between. And to my surprise, it looks like all three of the Ben Affleck unmasked heads are a little bit different. On the far left, we have Batman vs Superman release. In the middle, the Justice League release. And on the right, the Justice League Tactical Suit release. And they're all similar, but I think each and every one is a unique sculpt and unique paint job. So very cool. And now to look at the rest of his Bat gadgets. We have his gravity launcher. We've seen it in a few different movies. It's got the wooden handle. A little more detail on the other side. And then we have these batarangs. The typical Ben Affleck Batman bat logo. Flat metal. Some sculpted lines in the middle. Here's like a Batman holding and getting ready to throw his batarang. And here's Batman getting ready to use his gravity launcher and head to the rooftops. Now I wanted to talk about his cape. His cape is made of a cloth soft goods type material. It's kind of shiny, kind of looks like a trash bag, although it feels much better than that. It has a bendy wire on either side. You can stretch out about that far, which is pretty nice. You can have it take all kind of different poses with that bendy wire. One thing I like to do with figures like this is have the cape sort of flowing in the wind. Easy way to do this, take it, wrap it around your finger, wrap it around the next finger back down, and then cross the next finger again, and maybe one last time. And you kind of have the cape flowing in the wind. Take the other side, just sort of shove it there to match, and bam, you have a really quick makeshift version of Batman with his cape flowing in the wind. And tell you the truth, it doesn't look half bad. Now that we've taken a pretty good look at both the figure and his accessories, let's check out his height. From bottom to the top of his head, standing right about 7.5 inches tall, which can translate to about 18.5 centimeters. And if you look at the top of his ears, about 7.7 inches tall. And for his articulation, starting with his head, of course, you can rotate side to side. He can look up about that far, down about that much, pretty good. Can tilt his head at least a little bit from side to side. Shoulders, the ball joint goes about 90 degrees. Up, down, around. He's got these butterfly rings between his shoulder and chest. Increasing the range of motion, covering the gap that would be there. Bicep cut below that. Double jointed elbows, they go all the way in. His wrist can rotate and it's hinged as well. Ball joint in his torso. Rotate around, forward and back. Now they can get sort of stuck on the ab armor, but they can go forward if you lean them forward more. Another ball joint in his waist, rotate around, forward and back between the two. Decent range of motion. You can probably get a little bit more of the torso than the waist on this guy. Legs, complete does the splits. Ball joints inside of there. He's got drop down hips, but not by much. They go forward, I don't know, about that far. Back not much. Double jointed knees. And his ankle. Forward and back. Rotate. Tilt. Rock. And to articulation. Here's a look at the Ben Affleck Batman with his mask off in the Batcave doing research at the Batcomputer. And then here's his Fondjoy Batman in front of the Mattel DC Multiverse Batmobile. This is the one from Justice League with the cannon. And if you're wondering if the Fondjoy figure fits into this Mattel Batmobile, he sure does. Took off his cape, slid him in there, and the canopy closes with complete clearance. And then, here he is in front of another Mattel Justice League Batmobile. This is the ultimate radio-controlled version. And then, trying to see if he fits into this ultimate radio-controlled version, and I just can't get him to fit in. It's interesting, the larger Batmobile has a smaller cockpit. He fits in better with the Mattel Multiverse version. The standard version, and doesn't fit into the ultimate radio-controlled version. And it's really not even close. Now let's check them out. Next is some other action figures. Starting off with some other Ben Affleck Tactical Suit Batman figures. Here's the Fondjoy Tactical Suit Batman next to the McFarlane DC Multiverse version. You can see Fondjoy is a little bit bigger, but not by much. McFarlane has actually made 4 versions of the Tactical Suit Batman. The regular goggles down version, the Platinum Chase goggles up version, the Unmasked Entertainment Earth exclusive version, and then the cloth soft goods Batman movie 6-pack version. And here with the Mezco 112 Collective Tactical Suit Batman. Then with a couple of Mattel DC Multiverse versions of the Batfleck in its tactical suit. And now with the Mafex Tactical Suit Batfleck. I believe they're making it 2.0 pretty soon. Next with the Mattel basic 6-inch version of the Batfleck. And here are some Ben Affleck Tactical Suit Batman figures by Fondjoy, McFarlane, Mezco, Mattel, and Mafex. Here he is, next to McFarlane's Jeremy Irons Alfred. They actually make a pretty good pair together. And here he is, with McFarlane's Justice League members from the film. They actually fit in pretty good with his Tactical Suit Batman. Now let's check him out next to some other Fondjoy figures. Here he is next to some of their earlier releases. The Dark Knight Christian Bale Batman, The Dark Knight Heath Ledger Joker, and Suicide Squad's Margot Robbie Harley Quinn. Like I said, these are some of Fondjoy's earlier figures, and the quality just simply isn't there, not nearly compared to what they're cranking out today. They're not the worst thing ever, but they are so much worse than what Fondjoy is making nowadays. Nobody cared about Fondjoy back then, but they damn sure do now. Fondjoy continued to make DC figures. We have the Henry Cavill Superman, Gal Gadot Wonder Woman, and the Ray Fisher Cyborg. But they were pretty similar to the other ones. The quality just wasn't there. I think the Superman might be the worst Fondjoy figure that they've made altogether. When they released some figures from Aquaman 2, the quality was a significant increase. The suit, the texturing, the paint job, just the feel of the figure was much, much better. Still not as good as what they're cranking out now, but sort of in between. Then they released the Ben Affleck Batman from Batman vs Superman, and it was such a good figure. It totally put Fondjoy on the map. Everybody wanted one. It was a pretty fair price for such a good, high-quality figure. From this point on, Fondjoy has only released excellent, top-notch stuff. They made 2 Batman figures from Batman vs Superman. Well, 3. I still don't have the Nightmare Batman. And then 2 from Justice League, Tactical Suit and Regular Suit. They also released a Robert Pattinson Batman, which was the same quality as all their current stuff. So Fondjoy has now given us 3 different movie Batman figures: Christian Bale Batman, Ben Affleck Batman, and Robert Pattinson Batman. This Christian Bale Batman, frankly, he sucks compared to the other 2. They're supposed to be doing a 2.0 version, and imagine that one will be up to par. And then here he is, next to my 2 newest Fondjoy figures, both Superman and Lex Luthor from the James Gunn Superman movie. So here's a look at all the Fondjoy figures I have in my collection. I believe I have each and every one of them, both old and new, except for the Ben Affleck Nightmare Batman, but I should have him soon. Now I've seen a bunch of Fondjoy figures sort of teased and revealed online at different cons, etc., but I'm not sure which ones are next. Drop me down in the comments below if you can educate me. What are the next couple Fondjoy releases? I am definitely eager and curious to find out. Now let's check him out. Next is some action figures from different various companies, so we can see how he fits in, both scale and style-wise, in case you will know which lines you can mix him with. Since he's a Fondjoy figure, they run about 7.5 inches tall. I'm going to start off my comparisons with some of the large action figure lines I collect, and work my way smaller, and I'm going to include as many Batman figures as I can during these comparisons. Here he is, next to several different McFarlane DC Multiverse Batman figures, and now with some Jack-specific resin figures and Diamond Slick toys. Here's this Batman, next to a green bell pepper, and here he is with some DC Direct and NECA Batman figures, then with both some Mattel and Jazzwares wrestling figures, and now with some Mezco and Mattel Batman figures. Next, with some Mafex and Hasbro Marvel Legends, and finally with some SH Figuarts and Jazzwares Fortnite figures. So overall, I'm going to have to say this is a fantastic Ben Affleck Batman figure. The tactical suit looks great. I love the texturing on the sort of underlayer, the Kevlar. I love the texturing on the armor plates. I love the different texturing on the Batman symbol. This guy looks and moves fantastic. The cape, I think, could be a little better. Mine's super wrinkled, but that can be fixed. It kind of looks like a trash bag, shiny and black, and the bendy wire could be a little stronger. But I'm really happy with the size of it. I'm really happy that it has a bendy wire that's connected to him and allows you to take most poses. His accessories are also fantastic. Surprised he didn't come with a parademon gun, but it's an excellent, excellent release. The sculpt and paint job are just unmatched. So damn good. If I were to rate this guy, I'll give him a very solid 8.5 out of 10. Very high rating in my book for a very nice figure. So this is D Hunter. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked the video, press like below. If you have anything you want to say about the video, add to the comment section. If you want to see additional action figure reviews from me, press subscribe. I do appreciate you do that. Once again, this is D Hunter. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you guys real soon.